Welcome back to Revelers. I hope you're having an amazing week. This video is going to be a shorter one simply because the game I'm about to talk about is in early access. And that means that I don't want to give a full review on whether or not you should buy it because it's not completely put together yet. Though, like all my review videos, I will say at the very beginning that if you love Animal Crossing and games that feel like one big giant hug, Cozy Caravan is absolutely a game for you. For a long time, I've been asking for more games that don't focus around the act of actually farming, but have farming as part of the game, because there's a lot of farming simulators out there, and Cozy Caravan is exactly that. You go around and help harvest farms that other farmers own, but they're not your own. And the goal of the game is to raise friendship and happiness levels instead of making money. The customization options in Cozy Caravan are absolutely fantastic. There's a lot of different animals to choose from and different outfits and voices as well. Though the characters don't use real words, the way they greet each other is absolutely adorable and worth putting time into choosing the voice for your character. Now, with all early access things, there's going to be a few bugs and things that need to be worked out. But the dev team is amazing and they're listening to their community and updating things as quickly as possible. And for an early access game, there's actually quite a lot of gameplay. I played for about 9 hours before I decided to put it away and wait until updates have come out, like big updates. All while playing the game, I felt like I was living my Sunday morning cartoons from when I was a kid. There's something about this game that brings nostalgia that you didn't know you had, and it really does, like I said before, feel like a giant hug. Now, the downside to the game, which the devs have said they're working on a way to integrate into the story, is that you cannot track your side quests. So you're going to be asked, for example, to go find recipe ingredients for a stew, and you might forget that you were on that quest in the first place. So if you have ADHD or any type of memory issues, I recommend you just have a little notepad next to you and write down the character, where they were located, and what the quest was they asked you to help with. The game is fully playable with mouse and keyboard, though it is a little rough. But again, the devs are talking about upgrading it and making sure that it's extremely playable with both mouse and keyboard and a controller. But I do highly recommend that you use a controller for this game. A core aspect of Cozy Caravan is to make sure that you set up your market on the weekend. Every market day is extremely important to partake in, and that was something that I didn't do. And I wasn't exactly punished for it, but it did make the game a little bit grindy. I wanted to see what would happen if I didn't partake in the markets, which was the core aspect of the game. And because I didn't, it meant that I didn't have as many medallions as I could have by the time I was ready to upgrade my caravan. So I will say, actually taking part in what the game says you should be taking part in is probably a good idea. I just thought it was important to play the game on as hard a mode as possible because I want to make sure that the game is as approachable as possible for my community. That's why I played with a mouse and keyboard and why I didn't partake in the markets, and I always made sure to not do exactly what I was told to do as I was told to do it, because I wanted to make sure that the game wouldn't break. I wanted to make sure that if you wanted to go into a game that had cozy in the title, it was in fact cozy. There was no punishment. You could go back and do anything that you missed, and that's exactly what the game offers. I wasn't punished in any way for not partaking in the main core aspect of gameplay, other than I had to grind a little bit, which meant it took more time. And I wasn't really mad about it because the game is adorable and it's fun to just wander around in your caravan and talk to people. And once the game is more fleshed out, it's going to have a lot to it. The map itself is a really good indicator for how much world there is yet to be available. There's already spots on the map we can see but can't get to, and the rest of the map isn't visible yet. Now, when it comes to the actual gameplay, I do want to mention a couple things. One, the game saves every time you get in your caravan, either by driving it or actually going inside it. So before you close the game, make sure you hop on your caravan to save your file. Something else a lot of us were wondering is if we can complete Cozy Caravan, or if it's a game you just play forever. And the devs answered my question. They said that the game will have a core quest that you do work through to complete, but they want the game to be able to be played beyond finishing the core quest. So imagine Breath of the Wild or even Animal Crossing. You play a main story or you work on collecting specific things to complete your museum, so on and so forth. But even after that, there's more reasons to go back into the game. And I will say that if Cozy Caravan manages to let us customize our own space and decides to do multiplayer, which many people have already been asking for, it could very well be the next Animal Crossing. Now, I know this video didn't have too many details, and that's again because the game is in early access. And I'm excited to go back and look at the game again after a few major updates. Hopefully, this helps you decide if you want to check out the game or not, or maybe wait until it's a little bit more fleshed out. If you do decide to play the game, my last tip is that you cannot get to the bread town. The game is accidentally triggering, telling you to go on that quest, and no, you cannot access it yet. At least, not when this video was made. Now, I wasn't paid to make this video, but I was given the game for free, and it's important that I mention that. And I am going to let you know that the game should be on sale still when this video goes live for a couple dollars off on Steam. You can play it on your Steam Deck and it plays extremely well. And hopefully it will be coming to consoles in the future, but early access is on Steam only. Thank you so much for watching the video. I hope it helped you out. And if you did like it or found it helpful, make sure you give it a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. But of course, only if you feel like it. Most importantly, have a very magical day.